We're going to keep the hands close to the center of gravity. I want us to think about the four corners, not ahead and out to the side, but at an angle. So a 45-degree angle to one side and then to the other, and then behind me on each side. I'm going to step to that corner out to the side and push away and come back with the other leg to the other corner and then come back. So I'm going to take the first leg to its back corner, and I'm going to give it a chance to just be neutral. If it needs to turn out, but I'm going to come back, yes, and then to the other side. So nothing fancy. Okay. When I go forward, I want to take my arms wide. So here they are. And then I have to work a little differently to stay where I'm going to stay upright. Bring it in. To the other diagonal. Here we go. Beautiful. When we go back, the arms reach forward, please. So I go to that diagonal behind me. Excellent. And to the diagonal other side behind me. Beautiful. So we're going to put the weights down and take on another variation that soon we will do with weights in hand. I'm putting my weights all the way down. I don't want them to drop on my toes. So when we added weight, we added how we were using the rebound energy from the ground. And now we're not going to do that. The first variation is holding on to the chair. I want to pick up my knee and step to that 45-degree angle out here. And so just feel what your body does when I ask you to come back. Okay, same leg, same place. We're going to add in layers. I want to get there. And what I want to learn to do is to pick up my knee higher. So I'm adding this greater range. Okay? Can we get there? It's easier to get there lifting the knee higher. It's a little bit more of a challenge to come back with the knee higher. So we're just going to that 45-degree angle. Like our entire life is not just right here. Yeah? And so the last variation is really the challenge. And I want you to use the chair a little bit today, but you might surprise yourself that you don't need it. Let's get there. High knee, 45-degree angle. What you have been doing, and we've done this before, is you have been bearing into the floor to use the ground forces to return. And I don't want you to do that this time. There was nothing wrong with that. I want you to use your inner strength to return. And you'll find yourself drawing from the pit of the abdomen. Hey, I've got to pick that up. And that's different. Okay? So let's try, actually, I lied. Let's just try one more time. And you get to decide how you want to do it. Nobody is in your body. No one can tell what you're really doing. So whether you want to not hang on, whether you want to make it smaller, not higher, but higher knees gives you that challenge. And not using the ground forces really gives you that challenge. Wow. Okay. So I want to move the chair to the other side because we want to have it similarly. And we're gonna go through this again together the exact same way. I'm aiming for this 45-degree angle, and I'm not going to be super fancy about it. I just want to notice how my body handles it on this side. And I asked us to do that twice in a very nonchalant way. How far did you get? What did it feel like? All right. And then we started to talk about lifting the knee a little bit higher and how lifting the knee higher is easier on the way there and harder on the way back. You're reeling in the weight of the leg. Let's do it again. Yes. And then begin to do, some of you are probably already doing, okay, I know where we're going. We're going towards not using the rebound energy. So trying to not push down, trying to use your inner strength. Still the knee comes higher. This side feels different. Just bear with me. One more time, please, with or without holding on to the chair. Now that you know what you're asking for. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Back to the back of the chair. So what we were just using was a lot of the muscle power in the front of our body, and we need to stretch that out. If you'll step away from the chair, so your arms go further behind you, let your hands slide down the sides or use any aspect of the chair. Decide if you prefer with feet together or feet hip width apart, which has more stability. But as your hands press down, then lengthen the tailbone down and lift the pelvic floor, lift the sternum. Notice how you're lifting your gaze. We are building the resilience of extension of the spine, and this strengthens our good posture muscles and our proprioception. So if you will, look down in front of you. Your neck does this a lot every day. We look down when we're walking to stay safe, not trip on something. And then lift your gaze. Let your hands hold the inside of the back of the chair and pull towards you. You could tip the chair easily, I know, but it's such a small action that it really affects the opening of the shoulders. Root the inner heels with the lower abdominals. When we look up, it's a great opportunity to just feel where we are in space. And to know where the shape of our body takes up space. Right? Look down again. Let your hands use the outside of the back of the chair and press back. Lift the arches of the feet, lift the 8 little toes if you can, draw the kneecaps up, and lift your gaze again. These are different core engagement patterns that will strengthen our extension of the spine, right? Not flexion, not rounding. And relax. Very nice, everyone.